I'm gonna show you something beautiful.
Get this shit out of here.
Pure, unadulterated copper.
It's cheaper and better looking than gold, and isn't a basic bitch like silver. Which is why today I will be painting a copper Blood Knight. This week I forgot to film it before I started painting, so you'll just have to roll with that. Now you may be thinking, that's clearly Alphonse Elric from
Full Metal Alchemist.
the critically acclaimed hit manga by Hiromu Arakawa. But it is not Alphonse Elric from
Full Metal Alchemist.
the critically acclaimed manga by Hiromu Arakawa. Because as you can see, this doesn't have a tassel on its helmet. As far as I know, there are two different versions of a Blood Knight. One is just a very aggressive, hostile knight to his enemies, with some versions incorporating blood into their attacks. The other is a shambling body made of blood, clad in armor, that leaks everywhere. That is what I will be making today. I purchased this crate of metallic paints, and there's a lot of cool colors in here. The coverage is unfortunately dog shit, but when you do get enough layers on, holy hayachanga, that's some nice paint. They do have a paint labeled copper in this set, but I've actually just been using the orange in the set for anything I wanted to paint coppery. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to base paint it with that copper color and then do highlights with the orange color.
Don't bother looking, they didn't show up.
I went with a teal for the little loincloths. I thought it would go very well with the patina. This color was placed around pretty much every seam in the armor that could feasibly be bent for movement purposes. Mainly since the blood seeping out would heavily rust the copper. Looking back on this, I probably should have just left this as is and stopped painting here, because at this point I feel like this is the best the figure looked before I ruined it. Now it was time to paint the blood, so I mixed a bit of high quality red with some regular quality brown and just started dabbing that around the joint areas, just having it come out of the eyes, the neck area, the face, under the shoulders, pretty much anywhere that if you filled a suit of armor with water that it would just leak out of. This backfired horribly because the end product ended up being such a visual mess. It is a mess. It is the worst thing that they've ever seen. Total disaster. I thought by painting the loincloth black, I could fix a lot of the visual noise. That did not help. So my final plan is to put the patina color on the entire suit of armor. So instead of the 3-color visual nightmare, I'll have 2 colors to make it much easier to look at. The result was spectacular. The fresh paint job cleaned up the figure very well. I went sparingly with the blood effects this time, and that was probably for the better. Then it was time for ye old glazing job, and it's finished. I dub thee Sir Tampax of the Red Order.